Good morning, guys. Welcome to episode 95. And today we're going to delve into more ADHD and perfect pitch debates. I thought it was so fun that I decided to do another one. So let's get going. As I mentioned in previous episodes, perfect pitch follows what genetics call an autosomal dominant inheritance pattern. That is, the trait is the dominant one carried by a single gene and not carried on a sex chromosome. Its likely candidate appears to be chromosome 8q24. Perfect pitch is genetically closely related to synesthesia, a neurological condition that causes involuntary crossing of sensory experiences. So as I explained in my last episodes, the crossing of sensory experiences in the middle of your brain, for normal people, it doesn't open. But for people that might have luckily suffered from a seizure, or that's 1 in 2 million people, they get these crazy, smart, like remembering everything, which is crazy because they're able to cross that middle gap that we're not born with and not naturally developed. And perfect pitch with ADHD is going to help that. So let's keep going. Perfect pitch is a musical gift that allows people to identify the pitch of the note, meaning that only one copy of the gene is required to develop the skill. I want a baby. Who wants a baby with me? I need to pass on my perfect pitch and ADHD gene. Like, seriously. Some theories for perfect pitch include these. All right, let's go. People are born with perfect pitch and lose it over time. Wrong. You can be born with it, but you don't lose it over time. It is in your DNA. It is not in your memory. It's your DNA. It comes naturally. Wrong. All right, next question. It's related to an early need to recognize animal sounds for survival or to mimic bird sounds for hunting. Mimicking is not the definition of perfect pitch. When you're mimicking, that can be considered relative pitch if you can, you're musical enough. But mimicking a bird sound is not perfect pitch. That is completely wrong. Infants may acquire absolute pitch when they learn to speak a tonal language. That is totally true, Asian language especially. Some suggest that numbers hover closer to 0.05%, which is 5 out of 10,000 or 1 out of 20,000. Contrary to popular belief, it can be taught. Yes, it can be taught when you're young. However, a few individuals can be taught to achieve the same accuracy as someone with a more innate sense of pitch. No. You can only be taught before you 3 to 5 years. If you're autistic, it can go up to 13 to 15 years old. And with ADHD, have a similar gene to autism, similar traits, but they act totally differently. If you have perfect pitch and ADHD, oops, sorry, this camera fell. Then it is your blessing that you have both. So, can you learn perfect pitch? Previously, it was thought that acquiring perfect pitch depends on the critical period early in life during which children could acquire perfect pitch with training, or that some children with specific genetic endowment could acquire perfect pitch during this period. Adult, however, that's true, what I just said, but adults, it was taught, could not acquire perfect pitch once that development window is closed. And that is exactly true, and that's exactly what I was talking about. But then again, next paragraph. However, a 2013 outdated study argued that a drug called Valproate, Valproate, could reopen this critical period, allowing some adults to learn to identify notes by ear without training. Later research conducted by the University of Chicago by 4 professors may not be necessary with only one brief training. Some adults learn to remember notes and could correctly identify them even months later with higher accuracy than they had been able to beforehand. I have a little bit of, thought about that. Remembering notes is not the same as natural perfect pitch or absolute pitch. You don't learn perfect pitch. It comes naturally to you. It's embedded in your DNA. You cannot learn it when you're adult. That would be a relative pitch. Trust me on that. All right. While a few individuals may become accurate Perfect pitch may be more malleable than previously thought. Having perfect pitch is likely related to a person's auditory working memory. In other words, the ability to remember and assign meaning to sounds such as musical notes. And that is the best when the kids are young, before 3 and 5. So train them. Elise, Eckhart, this is for you, baby. Train them, train them, train them. All right, I guess that's everything for now. Sorry, it was a little bit disorganized, but I wanted to get out what's wrong and what's right. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment and ask me, and I will answer you as soon as possible. Thank you very much. Have a great day, guys.